All right, and welcome to episode 5 of the FilmCast. I, of course, am Aiden Lorenzo. I really hope that you guys are liking this show. And with that being said, let's get right into business. Starting off with the latest review that I got for you guys this week, and that is going to be last week's release of Halloween Ends. Now, from what the marketing has told everyone, this is supposed to be the final showdown between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. And let me tell you, they were absolutely wrong because Michael Myers and Laurie Strode are barely in this movie and they have maybe like a scene with each other that lasts like 5 minutes. But aside from that, they literally decided to take a new spin on it and just make it about the trauma that has affected the citizens of Haddonfield. And they focus on a new character named Corey, who literally becomes an accomplice to Michael Myers. Yeah, as you can tell, it's not very good. In all honesty, this movie was just super disappointing. Somehow managed to be worse than Halloween Kills, Anthony, and that movie had a bald Anthony Michael Hall. Um, and yeah, overall, really disappointing. However, I can kind of see what David Gordon Green, the director, was trying to go for. I mean, the first Halloween film that he did was kind of a reboot. No, wait, not actually, yeah, it was kind of a reboot, but it also had elements of a legacy sequel. Halloween was basically the original Halloween 2. It literally just had Laurie Strode in a hospital most of the time and Michael Myers just cutting people up like cheese and fruit. And Halloween Ends was pretty much his version of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Now, for those of you who know your horror history, you'd know that Halloween 3 Spirit of the Witch took the franchise in a completely different direction, but got rid of Michael Myers and just focused on something else. And at and as you can tell by that description, people in 1982 did not like it at all. And because of that, they decided to just make another Michael Myers film about 6 years later. Anyways, with that being said, Halloween Kills was not no wait, Halloween Ends, apologies for that. Halloween Ends was just not a good film. It could have been so much better, but it had an absolutely incomprehensible story. Um, Not very good cinematography, although I can appreciate the effort put in. And it just needed more Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis just beating the crap out of each other. That's really all I can say about this movie. And let's segue into the next segment, and that'll be this week's releases. Um, this week is pretty big. We have DC's latest film, Black Adam, which was long in development for about 15 years. And of course, the film stars Dwayne the Rock Johnson as the titular anti-hero Black Adam, who's pretty much Superman, but not. And yeah, judging by the trailers, I'm honestly excited, but at the same time I'm also a bit worried because, it's a movie starring The Rock, and a lot of his recent films have not been the best. I'm looking at you, Red Notice. And yeah, that's really all I can say about it. The film is going to be made by Warner Brothers. However, it is going to be released under the New Line Cinema banner, similar to its spiritual predecessor, Shazam. Now, why is that? Well, because New Line Cinema initially had the rights to both Shazam and Black Adam, and then Warner Brothers ended up absorbing New Line Cinema and just took the rights to and just took the rights to those two films over there because, well, Warner Brothers owns DC. And yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty hyped for this movie. The action scenes do look really well done, and let's just hope for a good one because it'll be coming out tonight, but mainly tomorrow. But if you happen to be uninterested in Dwayne Johnson being a superhero, then there's another movie coming out, and that is the romantic comedy Ticket to Paradise, starring Julia Roberts and George Clooney. Now, this movie, I never thought I'd look forward to it as much as I did, but I kind of am. But that's mainly because of one reason and one reason only. We just don't get movies like this anymore. Like, really think about it. You'd expect a movie like Ticket to Paradise to come out in like 2004 or 2005 and not 2022 where Hollywood is obsessed with making huge multi-million dollar blockbusters like Top Gun Maverick or Thor Love and Thunder. But yeah, it's honestly quite refreshing to see a movie like this come out, especially in 2022. And that and not only that, but Julie Roberts and George Clooney are just really, really charming people, and they have great chemistry together, as anyone who's seen Ocean's 11 could tell. But yeah, if you're not interested in seeing Black Adam, then I'd say give Ticket to Paradise a chance. Oh, right, I forgot. I didn't tell you what the plot was about. So basically, George Clooney and Julie Roberts play a divorced couple who end up flying out to Bali, I think, to stop their daughter from getting married to someone that they just met. And of course, wackiness ensues. Overall, like I said, I never thought I'd be as hyped for it as I am right now, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and it'll be released by Universal Pictures on October 21st, aka tomorrow. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, right. In other news, it has been reported that Henry Cavill will be rejoining the DCEU or the DC Comics Extended Universe because because Man of Steel 2 is currently in the works. Not much is known about it other than the fact that Henry Cavill will be returning as Superman, and this gives me much excitement I'm because surprisingly, I'm one of the few people who actually liked Man of Steel. A lot of people thought it was too dark and, Superman snapped someone's neck like a twig and leveled an entire city. But I was all for a darker version of Superman. And of course, the movie made a ton of money, so you you could have expected a sequel to come out maybe like in 2016 or 2017, but no. Instead, they made Batman v Superman and Justice League, and those were both not very good, especially Justice League. And Henry Cavill has been doing nice for himself after Superman. He was in the latest Mission Impossible film where he played the villain, and he's also on the Netflix series The Witcher, which I've never seen, but I've heard pretty good things about it, and maybe I might check it out. Anyone in the comments would like to let me know if The Witcher is on Netflix is any good, and maybe I'll give it a watch. But yeah, overall, Henry Cavill is finally returning to the DCEU, and I'm really excited to see what happens from there. And what else? Oh yeah, it was reported on Instagram by at Cinematic News that let's talk about Ezra Miller. So Ezra Miller has been getting into a ton, and I mean a ton of trouble over the last couple months, mainly because of reasons that I probably cannot discuss on this podcast for legal reasons. But, but he's really trying to throw his career away. He's been accused of assault, breaking and entering, things involving a minor that I cannot talk about. And yeah, it's all catching up to him. I mean, Warner Brothers was really, really close to outright canceling The Flash, but thankfully, Ezra Miller made his little public statement. And yeah, now I'm even more worried about The Flash because recently it was reported that Ezra Miller could face up to 26 years in prison. Now, why is that? Well, I cannot tell you because, well, this is a college podcast. But yeah, overall, 26 years. Man, how the mighty have fallen. And this puts on lots and lots of pressure for the Flash movie to succeed because of all of these controversies that have been happening over the past couple months. And yeah, let's just really, really hope that he does. And let's just really, really hope that not only the Flash turns out to be good, but that hopefully he can just get his life back on track and, you know, be Ezra Miller. And yeah, that's really where I'm going to end today's episode. I know like a lot of you guys are probably upset that this show has been like really short, like a lot of the episodes have been really short, but in all honesty, I just can't think of anything else to talk about after that. And I'm sorry to leave you guys on such a downer. Overall, I'd say please like this video, subscribe for more of me, and I'll see you guys next week with my review of DC's Black Adam.